if I it would help if I should turn the microphone on. Sorry about that. Good morning, everybody. Don here in the Tri-State Traffic Show. Traffic Center off to a rocky start. Wow, we already blew a tire before we even got out of the before we got even out of the parking lot. Good morning, everybody. Don here, your traffic jockey. As I said before, we welcome you to the Big Friday broadcast. We're live on Facebook and YouTube here on a gorgeous Friday. It is a little crisp out there, not going to lie to you there. Got the fan going and got some nice cool air. We're about 60 degrees here in beautiful central New Jersey. John is actually joining us in the Weather Center. He'll be live with us here in about 15 minutes or so. And this is kind of the new look for us here on the Tri-State Traffic Show. Is a little sample. He was at school doing some testing, so he's done a test report for us. So definitely put it in the comments, thumbs up, thumbs down, what you would like to see. We still have to talk to John about the hurricane outlook forecast. I'll have to get in touch with him later and see if he can maybe put something together for next week. So this is a little test of what it's going to look like coming from Rutgers now with some of the graphics that he's built. So I'm excited to see how what this looks like. I have not seen it yet. I purposely didn't want to watch it just to kind of watch it in real time with my fine friends here on the show. So again, we're on YouTube and Facebook. We welcome you to the Friday broadcast. We're going just to 8:30. I got a couple of things I got to set up, take care of later on this morning, so just need a little extra time. So, and I don't really expect it to be terribly heavy as far as volume is concerned, but it is busy already. There's a bunch of accidents popping up in New Jersey. So with that said, this half hour of broadcasting is sponsored by the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery, CranfordVanillaBeanCreamery.com for your all your vanilla bean needs, ice cream needs, really. We thank Ralph for sponsoring the Tri-State Traffic Show. All right, so with that said, as I cough, and we're really having a tough time here. Stalls. Oh, goodness. Welcome you to the broadcast. And again, the comments section is now open. And Alexandra, happy Friday. Happy Friday to you, my friend. Nice to see you. Welcome to the big broadcast. Again, we're going to just 8:30 here this morning. So just a little programming note. All right, let's run down New Jersey here. And there's quite a bit to unpack at this point. So let's see here now. 322 east of 295 in Logan Township. Everything is shut there. We've got 287 south just before exit 43 Parsippany Boulevard and Parsippany. 2 left lanes are shut. Crash on 42 south, the ramp from 14 Creek Road. All lanes are open there. Broken down vehicle inbound Skyway in South Kearney. That's about halfway across the span. We've got a lane down there, and then west on 280 at the Stickle Drawbridge. So let's go and all right, so 322 now is shut in both directions. I don't think there's a camera there, but we will look. And I don't know if there's a camera here. There is a couple cameras. All right. Oh, come on. Something here. Ooh. I would assume that is going south into our collision by 202 here in Boonton. Just before 287, but traffic is stacked. Also going the opposite way with rubbernecking delays, and of course that camera's obviously has to be looking the other way. What else is new? Now, what this is doing, as we go to maps this morning, lighten this up. What this is going to do to traffic is that it's going to make it a little easier for this traffic coming off of eastbound 80 into 287. It's just the holdback of this traffic here is going to make for a smoother ride going south along 287. but this is going to run you probably another, if you're watching us up here, trying to get off on 202, get back to 287, up by, let's say, the Rail Steakhouse in that area. Um, you know, South of Route 23, if you're getting off from 23, just be mindful. It's going to take you probably at least another 15, 20 minutes longer to get down to 287. And then conversely, traveling north of 80 is going to run you about another 5 to 10. Again, just keep that in mind. Let's go to this 322. I don't think there's any cameras up along 322. But let's check that out in real time, as you hear me say. No. Bridgeport, New Jersey. Look at that. Okay. Let's see. 80 issue. There is a camera, but just a matter of whether it actually works or not. Well, it's working. So, I mean, that normally is what it looks like to begin with. But it looks like they were zooming it in here. We're on the westbound side. East. I wonder if that's gone. Well, nonetheless, I mean, it'll slow it down a little bit, but it's not going to be catastrophic as far as, it's usually slow through that spot anyway. So there's not, you're not going to see anything there. Skyway has cameras on here, but for some reason they don't put them on the website. I'm not following the logic in that. You have the cameras, you might as well show them. East on 80, some sun glare from 30 into 35, and then 46 east of the Rockaway area. A little busy here out by, what road is that? Franklin Avenue. The Franklin something, right? Franklin Avenue. It's a popular name. It's a popular name for a street. So we've got north of the Parkway is heavy here in the Bloomfield, east on Route 3, some sun glare into 17. There's the broken down vehicle on the inbound Skyway, so it's making an slightly easier ride to the Holland Tunnel. Bay Extension heavy at 14. Parkway picking up a little bit of volume now north into Union, east along 22 in Mountainside. Always by New Providence Road. It always gets jammed up there. Why? Nonetheless, Parkway Turnpike here through Middlesex County looks pretty decent. 287, 202 through the Bridgewater, Flemington area. That all is in good shape. Through New Hope here, 202 East Amwell. And traffic really is doing well. Not particularly seeing much in the way of any kind of traffic here in the AM. Parkway through Monmouth Ocean, Atlantic City Expressway, everything down to Wildwood, Cape May is good. 40 is quiet. I just said it, damn it. 4255, a little backed up there, but the Turnpike 76, 295, that is looking good. We've got, tonight, Friday Night Lights, high school football. Not doing a game. My particular local school is on the road, so it won't be till I think next Friday we are home again, on the home again, on the road again. All right, so I've digressed already. So that's New Jersey roads. Let's take a look at the rails, and this should take us into Johnny and the Weather Center. I'm getting excited to see uh, Johnny's cool graphics. Let's see, AC rail line, 611 departure from Philly, 30th Street Station canceled. The corridor departure, 520 departure from Trenton is canceled. 506 from Trenton is up to 15 minutes there. And the Brick City, we've got some delays there on the light rail, 719. I see when they put these things in, sometimes they don't leave enough room, and it's exactly what it is. 803 departure, Branch Brook Park, and 821 from Penn canceled. A bunch of schedule changes. We'll put it at that light rail. Once again, good morning, everybody. Facebook, YouTube, that's where the action is at. Give us a like, thumbs up, put up a comment here. Tell us where you're watching us from. Say hello. We'll put you on the broadcast. Let us know where you are headed to work this morning. I think, Alexandra, you were working from home today? I hope so, because it's beautiful out. If you are in the office, then maybe you can early. It's just gorgeous. Okay, city incident page looks pretty good. You can see the red here for the most part is kind of a little lighter than what it was yesterday, but we do have, and I apologize for this. The Long Island is the problem, is that the westbound LIE is shut 3634, and we should have started with that first. And I don't know. I heard that. This will take us into Johnny from in the Weather Center. And Alexandra, I'm working from home today. Excellent. Which do you prefer? Do you prefer going to the office or actually working from home? Take out the commute. I mean, I work from home, as you well know, doing TV for 2 stations live for 4 hours from an iPad. So I did miss a little bit of the interaction with James, or a lot of it, really. But it was, getting more sleep, certainly positive from that. So there's the LIE here at Searingtown, and obviously there's nothing here because there's the investigation out there in the distance. I see. So that's a major. Now, if this was yesterday, we would have traffic backed all the way into Suffolk County. But as it stands, very briefly, it probably is just bordering on that point. We're just back to 106, 107, because the northern state is where all this traffic is being dumped onto, heading out through this location. We're just backed up all the way to 135. So from 135 into Lakeville Road is a parking lot. It's probably going to run you at least another half an hour to 40 minutes. Going west here through Nassau County. So, you do have the service road as well, and you also have the northerns. That's why this delay is not extending all the way back. If the northern didn't exist and the service road wasn't there, this traffic would be back all the way here. That's highway. So that's really the big story here this morning, is this LIE closure at Searingtown 36 with an accident investigation still ongoing. All right. Heading into the Weather Center on a down note, but I should have started with that, and that's my fault. We're just kind of going through the routine. But this routine is going to be a little bit different now. So we are going to send it over to the Weather Center, and our esteemed Chief Meteorologist in Training, Mr. John Rocco, is in the Weather Center. He is just about ready to go now from Rutgers. So, Johnny, you ready? Looks like he is. Give me the thumbs up. So here we go. Here's John's forecast. Good morning, John.
Hey there, Don. Good morning to you. Happy Friday, everybody. Giving you a look here at our graphics we've made so far here at the Weather Watcher studio at Rutgers. Figured I'd give things a little bit of a test run before we get into next week. So taking a look at our headlines over the next few days, we have a beautiful end to the week here on this Friday, and the weekend looks fairly good here. A few more clouds for Sunday, but overall we're not expecting any rain for this weekend. those chances will return for the beginning of next week. As we take a look at our latest drought monitor that came out on Thursday, not really sure if the rain is really included in this from earlier this week. We may have to wait another week before we really get to see if that did impact us, but the ground was so dry, a lot of the water really ran off the ground rather than got soaked into the ground. So right now, though, not much improvement here in New Jersey. The severe drought still includes much of central New Jersey, now in southeastern New Jersey as well as western Passaic and northwestern Bergen County. All of Long Island, you're still in that severe drought category for the time being, as well as the Hudson Valley and western Connecticut. Central and eastern Connecticut actually saw some pretty decent improvement in the drought conditions. You went from a severe drought to a moderate drought. But we'll continue to see things hopefully improve next week with this week's rainfall. Earlier this week, areas had 3, 4, 5 inches of rain in a few locations, particularly down in southeastern New Jersey. So we'll be keeping an eye on that and keep you updated on that drought monitor. So for your highs for today, we have 83 up in Sussex and Piscataway, 84 over in Trenton, upper 70s here for the shore locations, Toms River around 79 degrees, 75 for Atlantic City, 76 down in Wildwood, 85 over in the Camden area. And as we go out toward Long Island, we got 81 over toward Islip, 82 for New York City, White Plains, Hudson Valley area. You're looking at 80 degrees, 78 for Milford, Connecticut. And for your overnight lows tonight, we got 59 in the Sussex area, 64 over in Piscataway, 66 down toward Atlantic City. New York City, you're at around 69 degrees tonight. Islip around 67, same for Milford, Connecticut. So as we take a look here at today, not a cloud in the sky, a lot of sunshine out there, so make sure you have the sunglasses for that sun glare for your commute. Even going into Saturday, looks pretty good, decent amount of sun, and then we start to get some more clouds in here for your day on Sunday. Again, not looking at anything in terms of rainfall for this weekend, but as we go into early next week here, this is the GFS model that's consistently has been showing some rain shower chances for the day on Monday. So we're going to be keeping a very close eye on that over the weekend. Stay tuned, and I'll keep you updated. As we go over the next few days here, again, looking at temperatures in the low middle 80s for this weekend. Those chances of showers return for the beginning of next week. I don't think it's a soaker, but some scattered shower chances in there for the beginning of the week. And as we take a look at next Thursday there, 83 degrees, and we start to get more sun back into the forecast. That's a look at your weather update here on the Tri-State Traffic Show. Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll send it back over to Don Smith.
Thank you, John. Boy, those graphics look great. Little applause for John there in the Weather Center. Fantastic. Wow, that looks really good, those graphics. Fantastic stuff, my friend. So I'm excited to continue the partnership there. Boy, that really looks good. Those graphics look, you guys do a nice job. So big thumbs up there from the Tri-State Traffic Show. So thank you so much for doing that, Johnny. We'll head back to you in the Weather Center here in about 20 minutes or so. This half hour of programming is sponsored by the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery, CranfordVanillaBeanCreamery.com. Alexander, I'll get to the put up your comment here in just a minute. Let me get through the sponsor real quick. So Ralph, I'm sure we'll be very busy with that forecast for this weekend. You know, we got some really nice warm temperatures, 80, 85 or so for tomorrow and Sunday. So it's going to be a gorgeous weekend, according to John. Next shot of rain there won't be until Monday. Definitely head out and get some wonderful ice cream here at the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery. CranfordVanillaBeanCreamery.com, 22 North Avenue West in beautiful Cranford, historic New Jersey. 908-272-3000 is the phone number. And again, if you're a longtime watcher of this program, you know how much we love Ralph and all his wonderful ice cream. Cookie Monster, M&M Explosion Coffee, Vanilla Chocolate, Super Crunch, just delicious stuff there. He's got the pistachio, he's got the Grasshopper, Vanilla Chocolate, Strawberry. He also has some sugar-free options as well, frozen yogurt, and also dairy-free options, going with the blood orange, the peach mango, and also the lemon sorbet is going to be absolutely fantastic stuff. Again, head over to the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery, 908-272-3000. All the toppings bars. He's got the sprinkles. He has the M&Ms. He's got the Reese's Pieces. So, just has something for everyone. Also, these wonderful sauces, if you want to call them right. It's a gravy or sauce, right? Peanut butter, marshmallow, delicious stuff. I know, Alexander, you're with me. Do you call it gravy or you call it sauce? The what else was I going to say? I was going to say something else. Oh, there you are. Flying saucers and the chip witches. Just amazing stuff. Just wonderful, pillowy, soft vanilla ice cream sandwich between the two chocolate wafers and the two chocolate chip cookies. And now I'm getting hungry because I didn't have breakfast this morning. I should have done that already, but I did not. And he also has these wonderful ice cream cakes, all occasion cakes, small round for a birthday, large round as well. Again, that large monster sheet cake is something I really want to see. Want to see what that looks like. It's got to be just wow. It's got to be like a 10-pound cake or something. I'm not sure. But anyway, we thank Ralph for sponsoring this half hour of programming on the Tri-State Traffic Show. All right, so let's go back to our action here this morning. Alexandra, we will okay, love the weather setup. Awesome. This is the comment. It says, I get more work done when I'm home. And I've heard that from many people as well. But I do like to get dressed up and head into the office, so it makes of both. Okay. Great. And Alexandra calls it sauce. Yeah, my father still calls it gravy, but I do call it sauce. Let's see here. What was I gonna say? Yeah, the whole work from home thing about getting more stuff done, just not having to worry about the commute and being able to just be a little more flexible. And, it can get into the problem or the issue is that, you're kind of like you're always on, you start working later than maybe you would if you were at the office because you had to leave, that kind of thing. That just depends on what the job is. So, but still, it was amazing. I was actually able to do live TV for 4 hours for two different stations from my living room. Yeah, I'd like to try to get involved in some of the radio stuff. So we'll see. Have some feelers out there, but anyway, let's go to the city now. And there's nothing reported as far as incidents are concerned, but the eastbound expressway here across Staten Island, Goethals to the Verrazano, heavy getting off onto the belt. West Shore busy into the SIE, and then again into Arden Avenue. Let's go up here, inbound Gowanus, BQE. This is a little lighter than what we saw yesterday. The westbound belt, I'm thinking something may have happened here at Flatbush because that shouldn't be in the red. Quick scan here of what our situation is. Southbound BQE Queens Boulevard down almost all the way down to the Brooklyn Bridge. Battery Tunnel about 10. About 5 to 8 here at the Midtown. 10 at the Ed Koch. West side is relatively quiet except for coming right off the George down to 125. East side is heavy here from 130th down to 96th Street. BQE heavy into the Grand Central. Grand Central passing City Field is crowded. Both ways, the LIE is busy. Typical spots there by the fairgrounds. Jackie Robinson, a wall of traffic both ways, and basically the entire length here, friends. North both ways of the Van Wyck is busy here, getting up into Hillside Avenue and Atlantic Avenue. Cross Island is just packed in here from Sunrise Highway all the way up into the LIE. Throngs like Whitestone, they are good. Westbound Cross Bronx heavy at 3rd. Southbound Bruckner getting onto the elevated section is busy all the way out to the RFK Triborough. And then the Deegan is heavy straight from Yonkers all the way down to the construction by Yankee Stadium. Bronx River Parkway isn't any better. I mean, there's just a wall of traffic pretty much across the board. Again, our top story is this LIE closure at Searingtown. And you can also see that I think some folks are getting off going north on 107 because look at 25A through Roslyn. There should be nobody out there. And it is just, the slowest it can go with the red. And, just to get through all this, you got to add, I would say safely add at least another hour to your commute to get through this if you need to travel west, Queens. You can see Hillside Avenue is getting busier by the minute. Same thing along Jericho Turnpike. Hempstead Turnpike seems to be faring okay. I think it may be a little bit too far south for some to come down to this location, but I'm thinking the reason why the westbound Southern is busy here out of Corona, I'm sorry, Valley Stream, getting from that exit to Corona Avenue. That's what I wanted to say. From about exit 15 into 13 for the Cross Island is that some have made it down this way and filter their way through, and then going north on the Cross Island to reconnect back into this section of Queens. Southern is just a disaster both ways. We'll go 7 to 18 really, Eagle Avenue all the way out to the Wantagh. It's going to be better going west here at 109, 110. LA through Suffolk is actually pretty good. Yeah, that's actually good. It's a little bit lighter for this Friday. People still in that summertime mode with this weather, as you saw from John's forecast. East on Sunrise Highways, Heavy Hampton Bays over to Southampton, Watermill, Bridgehampton. Still fairly congested ride. Let's go to the Connecticut incident page and just a quick spot check that I saw. Just normal delays here. Let's go here. From about 27, go 27 through 11, and then from 8 over to 6. Parkway is busy getting into 44, and then from 42 down through about 37 or so. Just kind of our normal traffic. It's definitely a little bit lighter here in southwestern Connecticut than certainly yesterday was. So take that for what it's worth. All right. So this half hour of programming is going to be our co-sponsors here, The Shaved Cave, 1471 Raritan Road, beautiful Clark, New Jersey, 908-325-6283. Want to follow Omar? That's my guy, Omar. Going to see him later this morning on Instagram at ChopGodGO for the best haircut in the land. And also, you're looking to buy a car? Maxim Motor Cars is the place to go. 303 West Clinton Street. That's Route 15 in Dover, New Jersey. 973-620-9060. MaximMotorCarsLLC.com and speak to Nick. All right, so let's go to the HV Hudson Valley. It says lower Westchester, Yonkers, Mount Vernon area is just getting destroyed here on the thruway. I mean, there's just a ton of traffic on that thruway out of Yonkers, both ways of the cross county, maybe a little lighter than saw yesterday. New England thruway is good. The Hutch, a little crowded going south here of 287. 287 going east in the White Plains is a little bit busy, getting busier by the minute. The thruway heading south of 14 to the Tappan Zee Bridge is really crowded as well. The thruway looks pretty good. 17A, 17, Route 6, things are fine. 84 in Middletown, that is going to be moving well. The thruway here across the Beacon Bridge, that is good. All the way out to the Brewster area, west on 84. Just 684, a little bit busy, and then 684 is heavy here at Route 22. But let's do this. We go to the Hudson Valley. Back up. Oops, sorry about that. Fog on the Rip Van Winkle Bridge. Wow. Kingston Rhinecliff Bridge. Maybe there's some fog up that way too. Interesting. No, they're saying road work. Why does it say weather related Kingston Rhinecliff Bridge and all lanes open road work on span? So how's that weather related? Fairly good throughout the Hudson Valley this morning. Check the crossings now. Wow. Almost an hour at the George, half an hour at the Lincoln, and 20 at the Holland. Oof. It just doesn't. Wow. Unless something happened before we came to air, I didn't hear anything on the CBX this morning. Out at, let's say, Jerome. Volume. Interesting. Okay, so 7:33 now is our time. Welcome you to the Tri-State Traffic. So again, we're going to 8:30 this morning. Facebook and YouTube are the places to be. Like, subscribe, do all that fun social media stuff. Put up a comment. Let us know where you're watching us from. Got a couple likes already on Facebook. Thank you. But put up a comment in the comment section. All right, friends. Let's do this. Bear with me for a brief moment. Flying at 37,000 feet. All right, so this is really the big story of the morning, is this LIE situation where we are shut. It's way off in the distance here now, out by Searingtown Road, exit 36 going west. So that is the closure. We'll be right back. I'm going to just update you on that. I just wanted to take a look to make sure that nothing else changed here this morning, but let me just see if they got the camera. First of all, you can see the northern state is just, I mean, it's picking up everything. It's picking up the slack. So you basically reduced your ride through Nassau County from 7 lanes to 3. Again, no matter what camera I look at on the northern, it's just bacchanal. I mean, look at that. Oof. Whew, man. How far back does it go? Post Avenue, Powell's Lane. Yep. This is normally heavy through this stretch anyway. Look at that. Oof. Again, we hope everyone is okay in this. Well, that's an interesting shot there. You can see the LIE and the northern. Is okay with this, but doesn't, not setting up very well. This is at 135. We're moving here so far at 48, but you know, those overhead signs are doing their job, and they are lighting up those overhead signs back through Deer Park, Saginaw Coast 110, saying the LIE is shut at 36. So again, you got to make alternate plans, go for that northern. Again, friends, school is in session now. If you're, you know, trust me from personal experience, this westbound Jericho Turnpike alternate, if you think that is, not the easiest of rides. Definitely not the easiest of rides. I've done that many, many mornings. Buenos dias. Good morning, Anna. Happy Friday to you. Gorgeous out there. Ooh, sweater weather or something that's a little chilly. We'll take another check of the forecast here in a couple of minutes. But again, that Jericho Turnpike ride is not the easiest. We also have 287 going south into just before Route 80, and by 202 in Boonton. We've got a couple lanes shut there with an investigation, so that's jacked up traffic as well. I will be right back in just a quick moment. So great Flossie Carter says, talk amongst yourselves. I will be back in a moment. All right, all right. We are back in the driver's seat here this morning. Let me take down our banner. 7:44 now is our time. Again, really our two top stories that we are following at this hour is the westbound LIE continues to remain shut over at Searingtown Road this morning on exit 36. Let's go back to that camera if we can. It looked like there was some movement in some of the apparatus. It looks like Inform has moved the camera in just a little bit here, but we're still dealing with this full closure with this crash investigation that is still ongoing. But so that is one top story. Second top story is this situation here on 287 going south from about exit 47 into 43, just before 43 and Route 80. We've got two of the three lanes shut with an investigation there. Now, northbound rubbernecking delays are coming up from, I'd say exit 41 or so. Eastbound 80 a little heavy here in Denville, and then some more sun glare from 30 out to 35. That's normal, but it's making this ride getting off on 287 south a little bit easier because the holdback of traffic here getting south of the Boonton area. We'll get to our delays here, our normal delays in a moment. Again, other than those two outstanding things, we are seeing traffic a little lighter. It is a Friday. It's a gorgeous Friday. Some are still in summertime mode, but this looks like something new here. East on 78 out in Ohatkong. Something is definitely going on there. We'll investigate that in just a brief moment. But it is now time to head to the weather center. Talk to our good friend John. He is ready to go in the weather center. Now I just got to pull up the right feed. John, there it is. So now this is just an experimental broadcast here, just a temporary, just testing things out on the graphics. Let me know what you think, what you like to have included. I know Anna's joining us now, so she didn't see this the first time. So we're going to send it over to John in the Weather Center. Good morning, Johnny.
Hey there, Don. Good morning to you. Happy Friday, everybody. Giving you a look here at our graphics we've made so far here at the Weather Watcher studio at Rutgers. Figured I'd give things a little bit of a test run before we get into next week. So taking a look at our headlines over the next few days, we have a beautiful end to the week here on this Friday, and the weekend looks fairly good here. A few more clouds for Sunday, but overall we're not expecting any rain for this weekend. Those chances will return for the beginning of next week. As we take a look at our latest drought monitor that came out on Thursday, not really sure if the rain is really included in this from earlier this week. We may have to wait another week before we really get to see if that did impact us, but the ground was so dry, a lot of the water really ran off the ground rather than got soaked into the ground. So right now, though, not much improvement here in New Jersey. The severe drought still includes much of central New Jersey, now in southeastern New Jersey as well as western Passaic and northwestern Bergen County. All of Long Island, you're still in that severe drought category for the time being, as well as the Hudson Valley and western Connecticut. Central and eastern Connecticut actually saw some pretty decent improvement in the drought conditions. You went from a severe drought to a moderate drought. But we'll continue to see things hopefully improve next week with this week's rainfall. Earlier this week, areas had 3, 4, 5 inches of rain in a few locations, particularly down in southeastern New Jersey. So we'll be keeping an eye on that and keep you updated on that drought monitor. So for your highs for today, we have 83 up in Sussex and Piscataway, 84 over in Trenton, upper 70s here for the shore locations, Toms River around 79 degrees, 75 for Atlantic City, 76 down in Wildwood, 85 over in the Camden area. And as we go out toward Long Island, we got 81 over toward Islip, 82 for New York City, White Plains, Hudson Valley area. You're looking at 80 degrees, 78 for Milford, Connecticut. And for your overnight lows tonight, we got 59 in the Sussex area, 64 over in Piscataway, 66 down toward Atlantic City. New York City, you're at around 69 degrees tonight. Islip around 67, same for Milford, Connecticut. So as we take a look here at today, not a cloud in the sky, a lot of sunshine out there, so make sure you have the sunglasses for that sun glare for your commute. Even going into Saturday, looks pretty good, decent amount of sun, and then we start to get some more clouds in here for your day on Sunday. Again, not looking at anything in terms of rainfall for this weekend, but as we go into early next week here, this is the GFS model that's consistently has been showing some rain shower chances for the day on Monday. So we're going to be keeping a very close eye on that over the weekend. Stay tuned, and I'll keep you updated. As we go over the next few days here, again, looking at temperatures in the low middle 80s for this weekend. Those chance of showers return for the beginning of next week. I don't think it's a soaker, but some scattered shower chances in there for the beginning of the week. And as we take a look at next Thursday there, 83 degrees, and we start to get more sun back into the forecast. That's a look at your weather update here on the Tri-State Traffic Show. Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll send it back over to Don Smith.
Thank you, John. Big applause for Johnny there in the Weather Center. Very, very nice. Very nice. We love the look of the new graphics, as Anna has just mentioned here in the comments. Yeah, Anna, loving the new graphics. Absolutely. Looking fantastic here, Johnny. We'll be in touch. But thank you so much. I think that looks, wow, that looks really good. So really excited for yourself and your other colleagues there at the Weather Watcher Club from Rutgers University. We'll have to talk. A couple of notes I want to pass along to you, and then just need to tell me eventually what lower thirds we can put up here for yourself and maybe some of your other colleagues. Just put on, names and spellings and titles and things like that. So awesome job, Johnny. We'll have a last final check of the weather at 8:15. Again, we're only going to 8:30 here this morning. So this half hour is sponsored by the Shaved Cave, 1471 Raritan Road in Clark, New Jersey. Conveniently located either off of exit 135 or 136 for the Garden State Parkway, right next to one of the last remaining, I think, Friendlies that are in the state of New Jersey. And they do an amazing job. They are, just artists of hair. 908-325-6283, and follow my guy Omar on Instagram at Chop God, is GODD on Instagram. You want to follow his actions there on Instagram. Again, anything for your manly needs at the Shaved Cave, hot towel shave, or a little fade action, a little crew cut, maybe longer hair, so these fine gentlemen are again just amazing what they can do with men's hair. So kind of has that old school modern take on an old school barbershop with the brick wall and so forth. Again, it's very, very busy. I'm actually headed there later this morning. But just super busy all the time. Anytime I ever go in, it's always packed. So we thank the Shaved Cave for the sponsorship here. Any of the fine fellas there will do your hair right. So but my guy Omar is the guy right in the center with the black shirt, and in the center there. But then definitely call the Shaved Cave, 1471 Raritan Road, Clark, New Jersey. And you can contact them at 908-325-6283. We thank the Shaved Cave for sponsoring the Tri-State Traffic Show. We also are thanking our friends over at Maxim Motors along Route 15 or West Clinton Street in Dover, 973-620-9060. Speak to my buddy Nick and his father Anthony. Those two fine gentlemen own this establishment. Again, they are dealing with vehicles here. Some vehicles, have some higher mileage on them, but that's okay. Nick goes out and handpicks all of his vehicles. And he does all the service, gets them all serviced and ready to go. This is a new one here. Is this Ford Mustang GT convertible 1994 4-speed automatic. Take a look at some of the photos there of summer fun. Look at that. Wow, that's a cloth interior on that Mustang. Interesting. Wow, I didn't even know that they had cloth interiors on the Mustang. Very interesting. Looks like it came with the factory CD player. That was probably back in 1994. That was probably something of a luxury. So that's kind of nice. Look, that's actually a nice looking Mustang. Quite honestly, really is. I think it's probably, is that an automatic? It is. I think it's probably fast too. It's probably super fast. There it is, the top down, head out for the fall. So yeah, definitely head over to MaximotorcarsLLC.com. And let's see here. He says, attention Mustang enthusiasts, check out the Survivor all original Mustang GT convertible. Very rare first year of the SN95 body style and only made for 2 years with a legendary 5.0 V8, bought directly from the original owner and have the story to go with it. See, those are the things that you want, is to have the story that goes with it. I follow this other gentleman on YouTube, Dennis Collins. Really, if you're into cars, this guy is tremendous watch. Just a tremendous watch. Dennis Collins on YouTube. In fact, I think he's here in New Jersey with his next episode. Actually, I think it drops today. He's big into Jeeps, but he knows, oh God, this guy knows so much. I mean, him and his team know so much about these cars. It's insane. I mean, they go for these, barn finds and Corvettes and GTOs and Mustangs and, parts matching and matching the numbers of the engines to the bodies. And I mean, they're so inside baseball, makes your head completely spin. But it just, that's one of the things that he looks for, is the story behind the car, and gives you that background. So that's an interesting vehicle. So head over to Maxim Motor Cars and give Nick a call if you're interested in any of these vehicles. 973-620-9060. Got to get that Mustang sold there. And he's got a bunch of other some nice cars as well. So again, not everyone could afford $38,000 for a car. So, $16,000, $10,000, 11 to almost 12,000 on the Mustang. So, maybe Justin would like to pick up the Mustang, another Mustang for himself, if he's watching. But, so definitely head over to Maxim Motor Cars LLC, and we thank them for being a sponsor of the broadcast. Let's do this now. We're coming up to the top of the hour again, friends. We're only going to 8:30. Things I got to attend to later this morning. Got to get stuff set up. So we'll go back to New Jersey now briefly, not briefly, but we'll kind of reset here at 8 o'clock. Anna, let's see here. I think old school with modern take is a prerequisite for all your sponsors. That's right. That's good. That's really good. Thank you. I should. That's a good idea. Thank you. So yeah, we knew that there was something going on here on 78 going east here. Just to the area where Route 22 and 173 come into play. There is a camera here. What do we think? No, of course not. So, that is right in this area here. Is going to be a fairly substantial heavy ride. So you got to watch for that. Just be very, very careful here this morning. Let's do this. My live banners in here. And we're going to switch the banner here because this half hour is going to be sponsored by... Where are we now? They're all starting to look alike now, the banners. It is going to be Travels with Darley, lovely and talented Darley Newman. Watch her on PBS Korean, Amazon Prime, Wonder Motivation TV's Journey. She is sponsoring this half hour of programming. So we thank her very much, and go to darley-newman.com for more information. Again, we're live here until 8:30 this morning. You're live here on the Tri-State Traffic Show. Mo Don, your traffic jockey, your TJ, Facebook, and YouTube are the places we're live here this morning. We're following this crash east on 78 here out in Warren County, out by Route 22, 173, just east of that. We've got a lane down there, at least one lane, if not two, because it's starting to grow. I wouldn't be surprised this gets back into here shortly. So just be mindful of that, especially coming off of Route 22. So 8 o'clock is your time. Welcome to the big broadcast here. From live from central New Jersey on the beautiful East Coast of the beautiful United States of America. This is the best place for your traffic information for your morning ride. Pass along to all your friends. Trying to get those subscribers. We're already at episode 90. We're trying to go for 200 subscribers and 200 episodes. And I know this, the initial stages of this, we've only been on the air for 4 months now. And, going to be a bit of a slow go, but we'll get there. We will get there one subscriber at a time. So we thank all of our 107 subscribers already. But if you do know of anybody that might be interested, you can ask them to subscribe. That will be so appreciative. All right, so where are we going? Because I also want to talk to you about that new Chevy Equinox as well. So maybe we'll do that the end of the broadcast. All right, so South Jersey, Parkway, Monmouth Ocean, Route 9, 195, 33, 35, 36 is good. 295, I won't be surprised that some of our stateies here, state house workers, maybe save their PTO here for September on Fridays to bail out. 5542 busy into 76. What else is new there? Everything looks great to Ocean City, Atlantic City, Wildwood, Cape May. All right, so we go back up to North Jersey now, and we're just looking at our typical volume on the Parkway, Clark, Cranford, Union, Kenilworth. East on the Bay Extension at 14 is busy. Turnpike, some more volume here to 13A, and then again into 14. Skyway is still fairly crowded to the Holland Tunnel, but we cleared up that problem here just getting onto the Skyway. Parkway heavy 142 all the way up to 153 now. South is heavy out of the Essex tolls into 280. Both ways at 280 at the Stickle Drawbridge is busy. A lot of traffic here on McCarter Highway getting south of Route 7. Camera there on Turnpike. Belleville. Belleville or Belleville? Heard many different pronunciations of that. Let's see. No, if they put the camera the other way, they may be able to see it. That camera's right here, and if you spun the camera around, you'd be able to see what's going on there. Route 3 going west of 21 is busy. East and Route 17, that's some sun glare. Look at 80 now coming back in full force. With your traffic this morning, going east of about Union Boulevard all the way through Route 19. Going west is busy as well into Route 20. East along both ways of Route 4, Hackensack Avenue is busy. 208 is a mess coming out of Goffle Road down through Fairlawn Avenue. This 202 is busier than what it should be because people are bailing out of 287 as the word gets out here about the issues down to 80. So some are going to be traveling down 202 and making their way to 80 going west here. That play through Quantic and Wayne. So, still some additional time there. North Jersey, Mahwah 17, 202, 23, Oakland, all is clear. We head out here. Again, this 287 issue is getting worse by the minute. Just before Route 80, we have an accident investigation closing up 2 lanes. It's just jammed. 80 sun glare at Route 15. Route 15, 206, 94 is all in good shape. So is 23. Moving well. High Point State Park. 206. Where am I going? Bum, 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 bum. Other than sneeze. Wow. I'm dialed out here this morning. Hudson River Crossings. That's where I was going to go. So, wow, look at the upper level, well over an hour. We'll say at least a solid hour at the George, half at the Lincoln, about 20 at the Holland. Let's dial up NJ Transit now this morning. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Here we go. Northeast Corridor rail line service subject to up to 45-minute delays westbound between Metro Park and Trenton and 15 east due to a broken down Amtrak train near Rahway. Okay. Yeah, that's a big problem there. Wow. That just flushed the corridor straight down the toilet. Now, whether it eventually affects the coastline, because that's where the coastline and the corridor merge, split right there in Rahway. Coastline obviously continues south down through Bayhead, but then it goes to the southwest and continues down from Rahway into Metro Park. So we'll see how that plays out once they get that train on the move. If it affects anything with the coastline, but I would say definitely, heading down to Trenton, it's going to be probably 45 to an hour and at least 15 to a half an hour there on the inbound side of the corridors. The corridor is major problems here, major problems there this morning through Middlesex and Union counties. Let's go to the rails, go to PATH this morning. Check that out. Journal Square 33rd resuming normal service. Crew resolved earlier mechanical problem at Journal Square. Apologize for the inconvenience this may have caused. Okay. Let's see. We got to go back out to Long Island because I just need to check up on the situation on the LIE. We're still shut. That's since it's been 6 hours that's been closed. Wow. 2 broken down vehicles in that Bacchanal traffic. You wonder if some of those are overheating or something else is going on by sitting there. But so that we are still shut, complete shutdown. Let's give you the update there. Let's go here. Oofa. We are still shut. Yes, sir. Out into the distance here, it's a little tough to see what the situation is, but so that's at exit 36. Now you can see, from this map that, a lot of people are taking Glen Cove Road up to 25A, and look at the traffic here. Oh, it's a little tough to see at Searingtown. Maybe we can with the sun glare. A lot of extra traffic, friends, here on 25A. Got to be Northern Boulevard. You got to be real careful now. School's in session. There's a lot of extra traffic. More than what you think. Now, whether Now, whether assuming North 25A Northern Boulevard can take truck traffic, I would highly doubt that, you know, um, truck drivers would be dodging off at Glen Cove Road, but maybe someone from out of state may not know the routine or what you're able to do. But again, these local roads, school's in session, you got to be careful. I mean, look at this here. That is going west this morning on Jericho Turnpike. I mean, you're barely even moving. I mean, I understand there's traffic lights and left only lanes and stuff, but it's no question that it's heavier than what it should be. 25B, yeah, you can see 25B is picking up a lot of traffic as well. It's 25B Hillside Avenue. I think so. Oh, come on. It is Hillside Avenue. That was the one. I think once you cross Lakefield Road right here, this is the beginning of Queens, and actually once you get into the numbered streets, I think is where that's where crossover is. Hillside Avenue and Hillside Boulevard. I think it's right in here. This is where the Queens line carves itself through to Nassau County. Anyway, so that is, I mean, look at it. Only look at the northern. I mean, it's just no place for anybody to go. Beginning of the thin here at 135, but it's starting to get later in the commute, and some are taking it up to Jericho Turnpike here, South Oyster Bay, and Jackson Avenue. Up there a million times. Wow, they built a new city MD there. Look at that. There was a King Cullen. Was that a King Cullen? Wallbounds. I think there's a King Cullen that was further down the line here. Here? Oh, at Lafayette. They finally got rid of the. Okay. So, again, for out here forever. So, this is Jericho Turnpike. And just as you come under the railroad bridge, there's a Home Depot on the right. Yep, there, it's still there. I got a great sunset shot I'm actually hanging in my bedroom that I took back in 2003 or 2004. This whole complex here is all brand new as you see it. This used to be a Friendlies. Remember, we used to go to breakfast there when we first started out at Traffic and Weather. Pequit's Lane and South Woods Road. Wonderful shot looking at a pole. And I think this is out by Fox Hollow Country Club, I think is in here, if I'm not mistaken. Wow, brings back a lot of memories. It's the Round Swamp. That's like right at the Suffolk County border, heading east. Let me see if I'm right about that. I digress about this. Pardon me. Fox Hollow. There it is. Yep, I was right. Yep. Party City. Oh my gosh. There is, I thought that there was a Ben's Kosher. And then there's a diner here too. Diner. Dime Community Bank. Wow, the Dime Bank. Oh my gosh. Is this a Wallbaums or something? That's a Party City. Pardon me as I digress here. I can swear that there was well, again, it's been a long time, but there was a grocery store in here, A&P or something. I remember going in for when I worked Saturday overnights into Sunday morning. Used to go for muffins. Used to pull them right out of the oven. Oh, so good. Those are really good muffins. But yeah, that's Fox Hollow. I actually was in there, passed that about a gazillion times. And then just a little backstory very quickly. This Equinox used to be a movie theater here in Syosset. Because our offices used to be right in here. Right in there. Anyway, we had a good spike in anyway, let's go to the Weather Center and John. And for some of our new viewers here, John is testing his new graphics that he made for the show from the Weather Watchers Studios in beautiful Rutgers, Piscataway, New Jersey. So let's go to the Weather Center. And John, good morning.
Hey there, Don. Good morning to you. Happy Friday, everybody. Giving you a look here at our graphics we've made so far here at the Weather Watcher studio at Rutgers. Figured I'd give things a little bit of a test run before we get into next week. So taking a look at our headlines over the next few days, we have a beautiful end to the week here on this Friday, and the weekend looks fairly good here. A few more clouds for Sunday, but overall we're not expecting any rain for this weekend. Those chances will return for the beginning of next week. As we take a look at our latest drought monitor that came out on Thursday, not really sure if the rain is really included in this from earlier this week. We may have to wait another week before we really get to see if that did impact us, but the ground was so dry, a lot of the water really ran off the ground rather than got soaked into the ground. So right now, though, not much improvement here in New Jersey. The severe drought still includes much of central New Jersey, now in southeastern New Jersey as well as western Passaic and northwestern Bergen County. All of Long Island, you're still in that severe drought category for the time being, as well as the Hudson Valley and western Connecticut. Central and eastern Connecticut actually saw some pretty decent improvement in the drought conditions. You went from a severe drought to a moderate drought. But we'll continue to see things hopefully improve next week with this week's rainfall. Earlier this week, areas had 3, 4, 5 inches of rain in a few locations, particularly down in southeastern New Jersey. So we'll be keeping an eye on that and keep you updated on that drought monitor. So for your highs for today, we have 83 up in Sussex and Piscataway, 84 over in Trenton, upper 70s here for the shore locations, Toms River around 79 degrees, 75 for Atlantic City, 76 down in Wildwood, 85 over in the Camden area. And as we go out toward Long Island, we got 81 over toward Islip, 82 for New York City, White Plains, Hudson Valley area. You're looking at 80 degrees, 78 for Milford, Connecticut. And for your overnight lows tonight, we got 59 in the Sussex area, 64 over in Piscataway, 66 down toward Atlantic City. New York City, you're at around 69 degrees tonight. Islip around 67, same for Milford, Connecticut. So as we take a look here at today, not a cloud in the sky, a lot of sunshine out there, so make sure you have the sunglasses for that sun glare for your commute. Even going into Saturday, looks pretty good, decent amount of sun, and then we start to get some more clouds in here for your day on Sunday. Again, not looking at anything in terms of rainfall for this weekend, but as we go into early next week here, this is the GFS model that's consistently has been showing some rain shower chances for the day on Monday. So we're going to be keeping a very close eye on that over the weekend. Stay tuned, and I'll keep you updated. As we go over the next few days here, again, looking at temperatures in the low middle 80s for this weekend. Those chance of showers return for the beginning of next week. I don't think it's a soaker, but some scattered shower chances in there for the beginning of the week. And as we take a look at next Thursday there, 83 degrees, and we start to get more sun back into the forecast. That's a look at your weather update here on the Tri-State Traffic Show. Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll send it back over to Don Smith.
Thank you, John. And you two have a fantastic weekend, my friend. The graphics look fantastic as well. Let us know in the comments what you think of the graphics from our friends over at the Weather Watcher Club over in Rutgers University in beautiful New Jersey. And John, amazing job. Looks fantastic. So love him, liking what I'm seeing, loving what I see there. So Johnny, thank you, sir. Have a great rest of your Friday and great weekend. And we will see you on Monday. Again, friends, we're only going to be up here until about the next 10 minutes or so. This half hour is sponsored by Travels with Darley, darley-newman.com. You can watch her on PBS Great, Amazon Prime, Wonder Innovation TV's Journey. Go to her social media pages on Instagram as well as onto Facebook as well. You know, there's a lot of little videos and things like that, little reels. Don't they sound hip? Reels. I'm sure my niece will be whatever screwing that up. But definitely follow her on Instagram and also on Twitter. She's extremely active on both. And we'll, if you leave a comment, we'll definitely reply back to you if she's able to. No question about that. But really it's the local flavor of everything, that her shows. It's that local that sets her apart from anything out there as far as the travel space is concerned. Really does a lot of adventures, hiking, biking, watercraft, rock climbing, all kinds of adventure type vacations. Always seems to find a brewery of some type. Also, best places to eat. So it really gets that local flavor of any of the destinations that she is in. So once again, this is Travels with Darley. Go to her website, darley-newman.com. And we thank Darley for sponsoring the Tri-State Traffic Show. All right. Let's see what we want to do now. We want to go back to our action here this morning. And we'll just give you the highlights now. The city, I know we didn't really cover too much of the city, but that LIE is just really the biggest problem here this morning. West on the belt, that was what we wanted to go to, was Flatbush Avenue. Check that out and see what we're dealing with. Flatbush is okay. I think it's just before it, and unfortunately there's no camera, so it's not going to do us any good. So go back to the maps again. It's really heavy back to Cross Bay. There was definitely something happening there earlier. The expressway across Staten Island is a parking lot from basically for the West Shore over to the Verrazano. Again, continues east on the belt out to Cropsey Avenue. Inbound Gowanus BQE is a mess. The BQE just a disaster. Look at this FDR drive from the 130s all the way down into the lower 20s. Again, just a lot of stop and go volume here this morning. Wow, it is just a ton of traffic. Half an hour to 40 at the Midtown Tunnel. LIE both ways to the fairgrounds. Again, this is just our normal stuff. West on the Grand Central at City Field. Going up to the Bronx, west both ways here to 3rd Avenue is busy. The Deegan, seeing a ton of traffic here. Out of the Mosholu, looks like we're getting word of a crash there. Let's head up to the Bronx. That's going south, moving away. So closer to here at 225. I don't see anything there. Split the difference and go in between. Anything there either. So I think it's something that happened earlier in some capacity. 8:23 is our time. And again, friends, we're up and running here for about the next 5-10 minutes or so. You can see it's definitely lighter on this Friday because Connecticut is beginning to thin out really nicely. Just some volume 41 down to 38 or so. And then 95 is heavy from about 18 and into exit 5. But the Bridgeport, Fairfield, this whole area, Milford, West Haven, New Haven, Shelton, that's all in good shape. East along 287 is busy. Again, right off the Tappan Zee Bridge. Normal delays here on the Hutch, getting up through North Street into Weaver Street. New England Thruway is good. Yonkers, both ways of the cross county over by the Sawmill. That's a heavy ride. Orange County, Rockland, the Hudson Valley looks beautiful all across the board, except for some delays here on 84 in the Brewster area. But that's about it, friends. Let's go here this morning. I think that we're going to hit the highlights of all the incident pages now before we wrap it up. So we've got more problems in New Jersey, 295, southbound ramps to and from exit 11, 322 in Logan Township. Everything is shut there. The ramps, so they're not letting you on 322 because that's closed both ways at 295 with an accident. And then east on 78, the left lane is shut there, east of Route 22 and 173, just before exit 4. That's causing some delays. Let's see if there's a camera on 295. I don't believe that there is, but I could be wrong. And no, I think we looked at this earlier. So that's New Jersey. We go back to transit now. Let's get to the update on the corridor this morning. Corridor is something to 45 minutes heading south or west, they call it, from Metro Park to Trenton, and about 15 going inbound because of a broken down train, disabled Amtrak train near Rahway. That's going to be, that could take some time to shake itself out. Go to General Square, 33rd resuming normal service. Crew resolved earlier mechanical problem at General Square. Apologize for the inconvenience this may have caused. Okay. Let's go to the city incident page. I don't believe there was anything. Yeah, nothing processing there. We go to Long Island now. We are dealing with that investigation still, shutting down the LIE at 36. A couple broken down vehicles in that Bacchanal traffic, but this whole 208's got an accident here. No, it's construction. There we go. There's the road work getting into Maple Avenue. Oofa. Hopefully they get that out of the way before the kids and the teachers at Ramapo High School in Indian Hills get out for the weekend. Not what you want to see. So we go to the wider picture of Long Island, Suffolk County, fine, except for Sunrise Highway heavy into the Hamptons. But again, this whole area is going to take you well over an hour coming, let's say, from the Suffolk County border right here west. I mean, there's just really nowhere to go. And again, be careful along 25A, 107, 106 heading north to try to dodge all of this. Very, local roads out here. We got school in session. You got to be careful. You're kind of pissed off because you've been sitting in this traffic for an hour already. Take it easy out there. Sometimes it's just better just to sit in the delay than trying to. Some people need to be moving. I get it, but sometimes it's better just to sit in the delay than having to dodge all this other stuff, because now you got everybody and their mother, trying to get around this on 25A, Northern Boulevard, and then you've got Hillside Avenue getting hit hard. Jericho Turnpike is seeing a ton of traffic as well. Northern State obviously picking up all the extra volume, getting all the way out to the Queens border. I really haven't seen much in the progression of southbound traffic. If you're watching us, say, in Plainview, Melville 110, in this area, just on the border, the county line, I maybe would come LIE to 135 south to Hempstead Turnpike, and it doesn't seem to be terrible here this morning getting through this section of Hempstead. A ton of traffic lights, but at least you're not going to sit in all of this and then reconnect here with the Cross Island. You'll sit in a little bit of traffic, and then you can make your way up to the LIE from there. And then obviously with the whole back of traffic, this LIE is great through Eastern Queens. So again, it really just depends on where you are. I don't know if I don't think I would come down this far to the southern state, because then you got to sit in all this. Some of this, I think, is alternate volume, getting up into Hempstead Turnpike as well. But yeah, so that is one of the big major issues here this morning. The other was going to be in New Jersey along 287. I think that cleared. Yeah, that's cleared now. Let's go to the Connecticut incident page, shall we? Again, it's just 95, just our delays, normal volume delays. And we'll go to the Hudson Valley now. Crash in the Hutch or by Wolf's Lane. The shoulder is out. 9 is the crash. South of West Market Street. Broken down vehicle on 84 West. That. Let's go to the MTA's website. See what they've got going on here this morning. Delays in the D train, running delays as a request in MIP Atlantic Avenue Barclay Center. We go to the rails now. Metro North is good. Long Island Railroad is fine. So Long Island Railroad could be an option as well to get you around the disaster out there along the morning. Park in Hicksville or Syosset and just grab the train and just get away from all of this altogether. Even if you have to stay in Nassau County just to take it further west, could be an option. Look at Northern Boulevard. You never see this kind of traffic other than a situation like this. Wow. All right, friends. Let's run down the Hudson Rivers one last time for us. Still well over an hour at the George, half at the Lincoln, and about 15 to 20 at the Holland Tunnel. This is what I wanted to bring up. Again, we're going to do a full video on this. I didn't save it. Is this what I'm looking for? No. I just got the email as far as, let me see if I can bring it up here. Let's go to my email here. I want to put that on the air. I just did get. This is the website I wanted. So we're going to do a full video on this probably sometime next week. That the Chevy Equinox EV, a lot of good stuff in this. I mean, Chevy's really bringing it hard. GM is bringing it hard to Tesla and other Kia, Hyundai, Genesis. We'll see where this goes, but I think that's kind of a cool. That's, it's almost like a car or truck or whatever you want to call these things now. That you would see, when you're. So, the future of cars. I mean, it looks like a car that would have been in something like in some movie from 1995, talking about 2025. 30 plus years later, 40 years, 30 years later, what the future, their idea of the future would look like, and these would be the cars riding around the city or whatever the case was, whatever the story was. But we'll do a full. I don't want to give any too much more away than my first impressions, which will be coming within the next week. Hopefully we'll get that up and running sometime next week. I'll try to record that when I get a chance. But yeah, some exciting stuff coming from General Motors and Chevrolet. All right. So it's been an exciting morning here, unfortunately, with that accident investigation. That's not the excitement we want to talk about, but the LIE still is the big story of the morning. Getting through Nassau County out at Searingtown Road. That is still remaining shut until further notice. It's been closed for about 6-7 hours or so now. So give yourself plenty of extra travel time. Also, the corridor on New Jersey Transit, give yourself at least between probably an extra hours worth of time there in between Metro Park and Trenton, dealing with some delays, especially heading south to Trenton. And then coming up to the city, about 15 getting to Rahway is a broken down train, Amtrak train that you need to watch out for there. So again, it's been fairly busy for a Friday morning. But the good news is that we got John with the new graphics in the Weather Center. It looked absolutely fantastic. So congratulations to John. Looking good. And can't wait to see you yourself and your other colleagues there at the Weather Watcher Club. So again, we thank John, we thank Anna, we thank Alexander for joining us here this morning. We thank Darley. We also thank Nick and Anthony over at Maxim Motor Cars, Omar and the fine fellows over there at the Shaved Cave, 1471 Raritan Road in Clark. And also our number one sponsor here, number one in your hearts, number one on your scorecard, is Ralph over at the Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery, 908-272-3000. We thank Ralph for sponsoring the broadcast. Again, get out there this weekend, get some of those fall flavors. Weather's going to be beautiful. Get some of that pumpkin spice, Oreo pumpkin, as well as the cinnamon crumb and the apple cider donuts from Dryer Farm, Cranford. So setting up to be a nice weekend. All right. So with that said, friends, we're going to kind of wrap things up here just a little bit early. Got a couple things got to get going on. So thank you so much for joining us. Have a fantastic Friday. Again, drive safely. Be very careful out there. Have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you back here in the Tri-State Traffic Show on Monday morning. Have a great weekend, everyone.